Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bridal makeup look. I am keeping it a nice and classic neutral look, and I'm doing this because I've been getting a lot of inquiries about wedding makeup and bridal makeup. A lot of people ask me to actually go and do their wedding makeup, but I haven't been freelancing for weddings for probably 3 years now, just because now I have a full-time job and I just don't have time for that. I do miss doing it. It was so fun when I freelanced for weddings. This makeup look is usually what I do on most brides, or what I have done in the past, just because it's nice and neutral, very flattering on everybody's face, and it's really good in photos. To me, this is like the classic bridal makeup look. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so starting off with a clean face, I'm going to start with my brows. So I'm first taking the Hourglass Clear Brow Shaping Gel, and I am starting by just pushing all my hairs upwards. This is how I like to do my brows. I highly suggest you do your brows however you like and however you're most comfortable. And then I skip to curling my lashes really quick, not sure why. And now to fill in my brows, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer and the Pomade in Taupe, and I'm first starting off with the brow definer and just creating that shape that I want in my brows, and just going kind of back and forth between brushing them out and filling them in. And then I'll go ahead and go in with the pomade afterwards to kind of darken up the tails, and then I'll set them again with that clear brow gel. Then I'm going to clean up my brows a little bit. I'm taking the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer in Chiffon, and just taking like a concealer brush, just cleaning up the bottom edges of my brows, and then also the outer top corner of the brow, just to give it a more defined edge. Now starting with the eyes, I'm taking the Urban Decay Primer Potion and just using a little bit of that on my eyelids, rubbing it in until it gets tacky. Then I'm going to go over my eyelids with that Jouer concealer just to kind of get rid of all of my redness and veininess. And then going in with the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Loose Setting Powder and setting my lids. Then taking the Natasha Denona All Neutral Palette, and starting off with the lightest brown in that palette, I'm going to go ahead and create kind of a transition color, just starting off super light and then working my way up to a darker color. Now going in with kind of a medium brown, I'm using that same big fluffy eyeshadow brush and working it into my crease and also my outer corner. This is what I normally do on everyone. I start off super light and then work my way up to the darker colors. And then I'm going to take the darker brown and then a smaller eyeshadow brush and work that on my outer V and then bring it into the crease as well. I'm just kind of building up this color, packing it on top of each other, just working my way up very slowly. In this part you really want to take your time with. I usually go back and forth between the darker and the lighter colors, just kind of blending those colors out into my crease just so there's no choppiness, everything looks seamless. Just really take your time and focus on blending. And then taking some concealer and that flat concealer brush, I'm just going to put a little bit on the inner corner of my lids and blend it out. This is not a cut crease, this is just to make the next color pop a little bit. And then I'm taking this champagne kind of foil shadow. This is my favorite part of the look. It really brightens up the eye area. Then we're going to take the TooFaced Killer Liner in Killer Black. Any waterproof black liner will do. Just make sure that it blends out really nicely when you smudge it with a brush. So I'm starting off by tightlining my eyes, and then I do just a tiny bit of liner on the outer corners of my eyes. Then I'll take a little angled brush and kind of drag out that liner, making it look a little bit winged, but nothing crazy, nothing sharp, just kind of elongating my lash line a little bit. Next, taking that black shadow in the palette and a little smudger brush, I'm going to blend out that liner. I don't want it to look harsh at all. I want everything to be nice and soft. This is really important with bridal makeup. I never do a harsh winged eyeliner on anybody, just because you don't really want that to be the main focus of the look. So I find that this looks super, super pretty. And then I go ahead and clean up the bottom edge of that liner and then clean it up with a little bit of concealer just to kind of give my eye a lifted look. Then we're going to step away from the eyes for a bit and work on the face. I'm taking a makeup wipe and just cleaning up any fallout that may be on my face. Then we're going to prime the face. I'm using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is one of my top favorite primers ever, and so this would probably be the one that I would wear on my wedding day. This is what I used to use on brides all the time. It's just like the perfect moisturizing and tacky primer. Then starting on foundation, I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Pearl, and I'm going to blend that in with a beauty blender. I'm really going to take my time with this. I like to go over the whole ear. I like to go all the way down the neck and down the jawline, covering every area. And even for brides, I will have them put on their dress once they're all ready to go, and then I will put foundation all over their chest, powder their chest, and then put on a little bit of bronzer just to add a little bit of depth. I like to make sure that everything looks the same color. The face and the neck and the chest match. You totally don't have to do all of that if you don't want to, but I find that that just makes everything look so perfect and so put together when you go the extra mile and cover everything. Then taking the Jouer concealer, I'm going to go ahead and cover my under eyes, my chin, and my forehead just to kind of highlight my face. I'm not using a ton of concealer. I just want to, get all the essential areas, not make anything look super, super cakey or anything like that. And then also spot correcting any blemishes that I have. And then I'm going to warm up my face with some cream bronzer. I'm using the NYX Wonder Stick in Universal. This is my favorite cream bronzer ever. And I'm just doing a minimal amount of this. I'm not trying to go overboard or anything. And then also really taking my time to blend this out and make everything look seamless. Next, I'm going to set my face. So I'm going to start off with the Marc Jacobs Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to bake underneath my eyes, on my smile lines, and also on the center of my forehead. And then after that, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and go in with the same powder and just blend everything out, get all of that loose powder off of my face, but also make sure everything else is covered with that powder so nothing will move throughout the day. Then to warm up my face a little bit more, I'm taking the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tan-Tastic. With that same fluffy brush, I'm just going to go on the outer corners of my face. Not contouring or anything. I would highly suggest not contouring for your wedding day just because you don't want anything to look super harsh. But just to bronze up your face, to warm up your skin a little bit. I also go into the center of my face on my nose a little bit, and then I drag that down all the way down my neck and on my chest as well. Now for blush, I'm taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Traveled. Just using like a little stippling brush, I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks and kind of bring it up a little bit up my cheekbones as well. And then taking that big fluffy powder brush and then blending everything out. Next, with highlighter, I'm taking my favorite highlighter ever. I highly suggest you use your favorite highlighter on your wedding day. And mine is the Ofra highlighter in Pillow Talk. And I'm just hitting all of those high parts of my face. And then after I highlight everything, I'm going to take that big fluffy brush again and blend everything out. I do this in between each face step just to make sure everything looks nice and seamless. Now taking that Ofra highlighter, I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and on my brow bones, and on my Cupid's bow. And then I'm just going to set my brows one more time with that clear brow gel just to make sure they're really in place. Then I'm going to waterline my eyes with the Colourpop cream liner in Exit just to kind of brighten up my eyes a little bit. And then I'm going to take that medium and dark eyeshadow that I used in that palette and smudge it across my lower lash line. Just a little bit. I don't want anything to look super harsh or anything, just to kind of deepen up that lash line a little bit. And then taking that champagne color that I used on my lids and just putting that close to my inner corner on the lower lash line. Then we're going to take some waterproof mascara. My favorite is the Too Faced Waterproof Better Than Sex mascara. And then I'm going to put on some falsies. I'm using the Ardell Wispies, and I cut them so they really only hit the outer corners of my lashes. I didn't want them to go all the way into the inner corners. But these lashes are great. They're super easy to apply and they look really natural, but they give you the perfect amount of volume. I also forgot to do this step, but you want to take either the black liner or black shadow and kind of cover that glue once it's dried. Totally forgot to do it. And then to finish off the look, I'm taking the Nabla Cosmetics Velvetine Lip Liner in Closer. This is one of my favorite lip liners and lip colors. And I'm just carefully lining my lips, making sure everything looks nice and even. And also just overlining slightly. I don't want my lips to look crazy big or anything like that, but I do want them to look a little more plump. And then taking the Urban Decay Cream lipstick in Naked and blotting my lips with that. And then I'm going to take a tissue and press on my lips so the lipstick isn't sticky anymore. It's kind of like a liquid lipstick, so it won't transfer. Okay everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys learned some things and you enjoyed it. It was really fun to just sit down and play with makeup. It's been probably 2 months or so since I have like really sat down and done a full face of makeup. So it felt good, and yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.